Hi there, everyone. I'm going to make a quick video about MyMathLab Plus. So from our home page for Math 201, Calc 1, beside the news item, you can see a blue box with a link to MyMathLab Plus. So this is how you can access your online homework and online quizzes. So I click that link, and it'll just take a minute to load. Okay, so when it eventually does open, you should see your course home page. So from your course home page, well, the MyMathLab home page, you have a blue box here that says what to work on next. There's a little calendar that you can scroll through. Anytime you see a clock, that indicates when things are due. So your first major due date is January 21st at 11:59 p.m. and the first 3 sections of homework and the first 3 quizzes are due. So you'll want to keep that on your radar for this first week. This little page here just tells you what's available. So all of the homework and all of the quizzes are available for the first unit up through the first exam. They're all available for you to start working on today. Okay, so another way to view your assignments, and I actually prefer this way, is to click on View All Assignments. Okay, so here you have a list of all the assignments right beside their due dates. Okay, so homework is denoted with a blue circle, and quizzes are denoted with an orange square. We scroll all the way down. I have an optional review for the midterm exam. It's technically classified as an exam. That's a green diamond. So the review for the midterm exam, you can see you have infinite number of attempts. I have it open for the entire semester. It's not worth any points. It's just for you to practice on. Whereas all the homework and quizzes have specific constraints. Okay, they're due a certain day at a certain time. The quizzes, you only have 2 attempts. So each attempt, you'll have 2 hours. The quizzes are designed to be approximately 10 minutes. So 2 hours will hopefully be plenty of time. An important distinction here between homework and quizzes is that homework you can work on periodically, save it, and come back to it. The quizzes, each attempt you'll have to take the whole quiz in one attempt. And then if you want to reattempt it, you'll have to sit down and take the whole quiz again. Okay. So to access any of these, you can just simply click on the name. So if we click on section 1.3, I've gone through the first 2 questions. You can jump around to any question that you like. Let's try question 9. Okay. So you're given some information. You're asked to solve for log base b of x over y. I'm going to type in the wrong answer and check my answer. And it'll say, okay, that's incorrect. And it'll give you a rule that might be helpful. So, read over why you missed the problem, click OK, and then you'll be able to reattempt. Okay, so you can always click Save at any point in time. This is just a warning since I didn't go through and check the answer again. You won't receive credit for this attempt, which if it's wrong, you get a 0 for that problem anyway. When it's right, it will save your attempt. Okay, so you can always go back to this screen here and see, okay, which problems have you gotten correct. Another thing to look at that might be useful. So here on the left, we just have a homework tab. So if we click on the homework tab, this just lists the homework. So an important thing to note is that the videos are actually classified as homework. However, they're recommended, so they're not worth any points. And that's also why their due date isn't until May 5th. So that's something to keep in mind. They're available the entire semester for you to watch, but you'll see them listed with the homework. The homework sections, the questions, those do have a due date. So you can see everything for Unit 1 is listed here. If I click on the quizzes and tests tab, I just have the quizzes listed. Okay, so it's kind of nice to separate it out like that. It's a little easier to look at. The gradebook tab, you can always go in here and check your MyMathLab grade. If we go to Multimedia Library, this is a very important tab to know. This is how you'll access your ebook. So say we want to open section 1.3. So I'm going to go to chapter 1, section 1.3 using the drop-down. And then I'm going to, for media type, I'm going to select multimedia textbook. So I'd highly encourage you to check out all of these different things. There's animations, there's videos, there's PowerPoints, there's interactive figures, there's projects for every section. I would recommend checking through all of those, especially if you're really having trouble with a section. But you definitely want to know how to get to the multimedia textbook. I'm going to click Find Now. Okay, here we see the link to this section of the textbook. Okay, a little error message, but then it pops up. So it has a condensed view at first. So if you click on this expanded view icon at the top right, it should expand everything for you. Okay. So if we scroll down here, you'll see that there's lots of examples, explanations. Basically everything that you would get in the hard copy textbook is going to be in the ebook, plus a little more. So your ebook actually has interactive figures. So these figures, since I'm recording this, it's been taking them a little bit longer to load. So let me see, there we go. Okay, so see, a lot of the interactive figures in the textbook have sliders. Okay, so this is graphing y equals b to the x, and I'm varying b, the base of the exponent, and you can see what happens to the graph of the function as the base is varied. Okay, so I think that the interactive figures are really nice in this textbook, so I highly encourage you to check them out. So that's the textbook. Okay, so you can see I got an error message here. I will warn you that MyMathLab can be a bit finicky, so try not to get too frustrated. Give yourself some time to get this set up and running how you need it to run. What I had to do is I had to try several different browsers. So I started with Safari, then I tried Chrome. Firefox is what worked for me. If you're still having trouble after trying a couple different browsers, you can go back to this home page, My Courses. Oh, maybe I went too far back. Here, we'll click on our course. And you can see there's a little Welcome to MyMathLab box. So you might want to run a browser check. So if you run a browser check, it'll tell you what you might need to update. So a biggie, as far as using the interactive figures in the textbook, is Adobe Reader, but especially the Wolfram CDF player. Okay, so make sure that you have the correct version for the Wolfram CDF player. But this is definitely a place to start as far as getting MyMathLab up and going if you log in and find that you can't click on anything. Okay. I think that's about all I want to show you in here. So that's just a quick tutorial. Hopefully at this point you at least know how to access all the homework and quizzes. You can always ask me questions as you get going with this. Good luck getting everything set up.
Did you know you hit record and voice on this one?